dance. We do not, any shape, way, or form, have the space or the monies to create an amphitheater. Camille is a great art teacher. Her mother was a famous dancer, and she wants to name the whole village. So on her own, she constructed the letter, and she used the list that we use to invite for legislative breakfast or our dinners. To be honest with you, I never saw the list. I would have gone through it, but anyway, I'm responsible, I'm accountable. I do apologize, and any money that comes from anybody here, we would not accept or give back. That's not the issue. In fact, last year, at the Founders Dinner, the people on this island that were like Matt and other people, we gave them comps to come. We didn't ask them for money. So I do, again, I apologize. Reason why I apologize, everything should have gone through me. It didn't to let it went out. And when I read it, I was upset, because we do not have an
It was on your invitation.
Excuse me?
On the invitation to the event.
No, that's not the invitation,
No,
that's
the
the letter.
invitation. The invitation.
It says the amphitheater.
It was a mistake.
Well, yeah, I think there's two
Judy,
issues.
I mean, it was a mistake. There's no room for an amphitheater, they're not taking the amphitheater outside.
There's two issues,
Okay, but
there's two issues. There's
It's
one,
correct, one is.
I think there's two issues.
We are not,
One was,
we are not building an amphitheater, period.
all right, and there's two, just
No,
to
we're
be
not.
clear,
Absolutely not.
Sal, there was two issues. The one was that the fundraising letters went out in error. And I'm just summarizing to make sure, they went out in error to an old distribution list.
Right.
They've been recalled insofar as
Yes.
they can. You're not going to accept any money from any island residents.
Any island resident that wants to attend the dinner can come like last year, a complimentary ticket. That's the same as we did last year. We're not looking
And there
to
will,
sell
and
tickets.
there will be no future solicitations
Absolutely not.
potentially
That
from
list to be
island.
completely vetted.
Okay. And the second issue is that, because I've seen your emails, Judy, is that there was a concern that, there's an amphitheater. When you see the word amphitheater,
Yeah, I know.
it thinks outdoor theater. So
We
I
have
think
one.
you immediately thought an outdoor theater is being built somewhere
No.
and space taken over. And my understanding, Sal, correct me if I'm wrong, is that it's not an amphitheater, it's a theater, right?
It's a gym, I'm sorry, it's a auditorium that becomes a theater.
All right, and that's in
In the
space that
building,
your
in
child
504,
school is
in
paying
504.
for.
And what we
And
did.
it's in space the child school is
Yeah.
paying for?
Yes, yes, and what we did with that is, the architect that's designing it for us works with Signature Theater that just opened up 30 theaters in Manhattan, and we miniaturized it. Originally, we thought we'd have 200, we broke it down to 150 because we need room in the background where the kids can change, or in dressing rooms and things like that. So it's a auditorium that with the seating can easily be rearranged to have a theater. That's what it is.
Linda.
Okay, so I have a few questions.
Excuse me.
You said you would not be accepting money from residents. Will you be accepting money from island organizations? Because the invitation went to island organizations
Yes.
also.
Yeah, anybody from any of the organizations here that would like to come, there's no
Will
charge.
you be accepting donations
No, I would not accept,
from organizations?
if the organizations make the donation on their own, that's one thing, but I'm not asking them. That's why I'm retracting
Because
all
the
the letters.
solicitation.
I am gonna send a letter out to everybody, apologizing and telling them what our goal is, and emphasizing that if you would like to attend the dinner, it's a comp, just like we did last year. And I'd love to have 1 or 2 tables of people that live here to be at the Founders Dinner. We have entertainment, we have awards that are gonna be given out. It's a nice, fun night, so I have no problem with that.
Okay, my second question is, are you trying to obtain space in Island House? From what I've heard, it's a rumor, but I don't know.
I had a conversation about a year ago, and I got, no response back. The response I got was that there were negotiations that once the,
Let me just say, Sal, insofar as you're gonna talk about Island House negotiations, you should be talking about stuff you learned outside of when we are sitting with you in closed session and telling you about Island House.
Okay.
But just, you can continue with, you have to be mindful of that
yeah,
while you're
I will.
talking here.
I had one conversation about leasing the early childhood center, and that was it. There's been no conversations about that, but there was one request that I made. I looked at it, walked through it. It would be ideal to start a pre-K through grade 2 there, move our kindergarten, first and second grade. There's a beautiful spot, but I haven't heard anything since then.
Okay, my last question is, have you signed a lease for the second floor of 504?
The lease right now, as we speak, is being handed back to Hudson Related. We made our request, they made theirs, and it should be signed if not by Friday, definitely by Monday. But we've been going back, negotiating with them over, since December.
So you're getting 504?
Upstairs.
The second floor.
You're getting it? You got it?
Not yet, we haven't signed the lease, but we're about to.
Okay, all right, I have a question. Why
Sure.
do you always admit to mistakes only after people like Rick and Judy?
What mistakes?
You admitted to two mistakes, A, about the rowing disclosure, and B, about sending out in error.
Well, it was an error, that was a.
Okay, but, you only admit to mistakes after Rick brings
That's
it to the public
No,
attention
no,
of
no.
Judy. I'm
First
just
of all,
wondering why.
no, first of all, Rick asked me a question, I respond to it, and then I did my own research. Secondly, the letters that were sent out were letters that didn't come from Rick, who told me about it. I got copies of letters that were sent out, and they were wrong. So it's not like after the fact, orchestrating this to do this, because the bottom line is, it's wrong. And I sincerely apologize, and I will send a letter to everybody on the island, whether they got one or not, explaining to them exactly what our process is.
I think at the time, he didn't realize it was an error until Rick brought it to his attention, so that's why he apologized after Rick
No,
brought it
Rick
to his
brought to his attention the, being on the board of the rowing
Right.
association. Judy brought to his attention the,
Right.
Right.
thing, about the other
Yeah.
thing, okay.
Right.
And when Judy sent me that letter, it was the first time I saw it.
I mean, usually when you make a mistake, you don't realize you make a mistake at
It's
the
a
time.
lot of
so-
mistakes in a couple of weeks, that's all.
He's done a lot of
I
good
mean,
also.
he's done a lot of
since
good,
he's
and I
been
can also
on.
say, on this.
You know.
Okay, let's not go there. Rick is next.
Okay.
I just wanted to clarify the question that Don asked you about the theater. I thought Don asked you whether or not the theater was in your existing space, but you said that, I think you just said that the theater that you're talking about is the second floor of 504's Main
Yes,
Street.
right now, our theater is a gymnasium. Okay. It'll switch from there and go to 504.
Okay, so the theater you're talking about in the solicitation was for the second floor of 504? Okay, thank you.
But I wasn't talking about it, I didn't sign that letter.
Right, no.
But the letter was asking for monies for the 504 theater. Current theater is in the gymnasium that doubles as a gym, auditorium, triples, and drum.
Okay, thank you.
Okay? And then on top of all that, one thing that I do want to make clear, and I mean this, is that once that's open, it's available to the community. After school hours, there are different things that can be used there, whether it's drama, whether it's meetings, whatever it is, it can be used. There's art, music, and dance studios. They're available. And the only charge would be for overtime for our maintenance people. So I want to encourage people to use this, as well as everything else that we have.
And what provisions are you making to ensure that a future library space on the first floor won't be disturbed by whatever goes on the second floor?
As today, I was meeting with our project manager, and that's what they're getting bids for. Soundproof, so you don't hear a thing from up there. It's gonna be like a recording studio, that's how soundproof it's gonna be, so there will not be any disruption downstairs. That's going into our budget.
Thank you.
They'll be soundproofed in their own space also.
The library will be so.
Sure.
Anything else? That's it? All right, motion to adjourn?
Seconded.
Meeting adjourned.